Thanks for staying with us on the sports, on the Prime News of Prime, and it's time for the sports now. My name is Gary L. Smith. Today we have updates from the Ghana Premier League. Also, Asante Kotoko, coach, is speaking. He says that he's going to work on the scoring problem the team is facing, plus the latest in the Champions League, that's the European kind, as Juventus and Tottenham take it up, and Basel and Man City also slug it out. Some very interesting goals and scores in those games there. First of all, we begin in Ghana because today an Accra High Court has adjourned the hearing that is supposed to be from the injunction of Great Olympics, and that's was one of our lead stories from myjoyonline.com. The Ghana Premier League starts set for more delays as the court adjourns the hearing, and Ghana football is set for some frenetic times after an Accra High Court has adjourned to February 21 an interlocutory injunction suit filed by Great Olympics against the GFA. Now, Justice Anthony Yeboah, before adjourning the case, which has halted the start of the Premier League season, listened to a plea by the Council for the Olympics, who stated that he was yet to completely study the response filed by the Council for the GFA because he only received it on Monday, that is yesterday. So, after we thought that the Ghana Premier League could start this weekend on the 11th, looks like we have to wait at least until after the 21st. Frustration all over for everybody else. Meanwhile, suspended Frank Nuttall has to learn his fate this week, and that's according to Frank Nelson. If you haven't heard, Accra Hearts of Oak issued an official statement saying that their own coach has been suspended. In an interesting twist of events, the coach was said to have gone against the code of conduct of the club. Here's Frank Nelson.
The simple issue that the coach, there's an issue of the coach who has to find himself in a situation that was out of the club's policy, which stems in terms of the coach releasing some of the players' numbers to foreign agents and for them to contact the players of the clubs. These are past and the present players of the club, and the club felt that this is against the policy of fielding a team. And as such, the coach has been asked to stay on indefinite suspension.
Mr. Nelson, if I understand you correctly, you're saying that the coach gave numbers of past and current players of the team to agents abroad to deal with them.
Yeah, basically that's the information we got, and we decided, we have not confirmed and we have not concluded on it. There are evidences of which some of them the coach admitted and some of them he denied. But based on that, the club has set up a three-man committee headed by Dr. Nehanyaho Kamso, my good self, and then Lady Ivy Howard Mills. So we'll look into it and then come out with a determination as to whether the allegations are true or they are not true. And then we'll recommend to the board for further action.
Okay.
For now, as I speak to you, the coach is still around. The coach of Accra, so it's just that we have asked him to stay away for a few days before the committee will come to a conclusion. And we believe by the end of the week, these things will be put to rest.
Right, we'll go over to you briefly because there's a development in that Juventus versus Tottenham Hotspur game. Juventus started like a house on fire, going 2-0 up. Tottenham Hotspur got one, but we understand that there is a penalty conceded, and Spurs through, it looks like, Buffon is celebrating. So in time added on, Juventus have a penalty. Sergio Aurier brought down his opponent, and Gonzalo Higuain up and steps up against Hugo Lloris there. We can see that briefly and check out the latest. Steps up, 1, 2, 3. Oops. We'll show you the highlights of that. He misses. Anyway, in the CAF Confederations Cup, there's quite a bit. In the CAF Champions League, there's a bit going on. And as you know, Adriana Stars have to host the second leg of their game against Al Tahadi. Are they ready? Here's Albert Komi, the CEO of the club.
Well, one moment the defense went to sleep, and then they capitalized on it. We had several chances, hitting the post, the goalkeeper making saves. At the end of the day, 1-0, we've accepted the challenge. We are coming back and then meet them come 21st.
More or less, though sir, you are the CEO of the club, but from where you started from, you are more or less like technical man. In technical, who are now share, if I need to see because you boys in the intimate take your chances.
Well, I wouldn't say so. So we take more chances because some of them, because the goalkeeper was very spectacular on certain occasions, and the few chances that came also, it was taken well. The only few mistakes that we had was that there were certain opportunities that if they are given to another person, you could have made it very easier. But apart from that, they did very well. I was even amazed at the level of their confidence. But at this time, what we think is have to be focused and do the right thing. We have a deficit of 1. We have to cancel it before we'll be okay.
When are they coming with?
We are very confident. We know they are a very good side, but we have a lot of work to do in terms of making sure that we stay focused and take them out of the system.
But also still Adriana Stars.
So that's Adriana Stars and the latest there. We'll bring you highlights of all the European games. That's Basel versus Man City as well. It's currently 3-0 in favor of the English side in the game being played in Switzerland. Not unexpected, you might say. So 10:30, join us for highlights and more on the Football Show. I'm Gary Al Smith. Back to Israel.